What is that halves? Am I censored? Oh no, I can't tell.
Are you sent? No, no.
Okay.
You. Oh, I thought you did that on purpose. Like I thought you were just trying to like have your eyeballs showing.
Yeah, I did. Anyway, what's up Facebook? What's up YouTube? What's up TikTok? And no Rumble. And what's up Sir Daryl?
I think I like that. Why don't you let us see Jeff?
Say it again.
Let us see Jeff.
You can, and your mic is like super duper loud, so it's like
Oh, so
you
normally
kind of
it's
sound muffled.
it's super duper low, and now you're gonna complain that it's too loud. All right, hold on, let me fix
No,
it.
no, no. I want to get this right because it's been so long. Because
It
like
has.
when you get excited, it just sounds like when somebody on the phone and they yelling into the phone. That's how it kind of sounded.
Right. I do get excited when we do Perry Necessary. How about now? Is it better?
Yes, much better. And we are back. We are back. The greats are
Yes.
together again, and I'm so amped. Another episode of Perry Necessary Sisters. I believe we're doing episode 13 today. We got
I
so
was
much to catch up on.
I was so afraid that you were going to that you were gonna replace me. It
What?
frightened me.
No,
It absolutely
never
frightened.
that.
So how you been though?
I've been doing good, doing our thing, keeping the channel going in your absence. So,
Yes. Wait, well, how is it my absence? I would like to understand that. How have
you
you been?
doing big things.
You've been keeping. How do we know that it wasn't you that because I remember the last time that Jeffrey Jordan disappeared. When he reemerged, he took responsibility for being gone. It was just like, it's all me, it's all my fault. I take the blame. How come you ain't take the L this time? How come you threw me under the bus?
Because I was actually on the show and your absence, it speaks for itself. You were gone.
That's right. And the last time everybody was just gone equally. All right. That's a good point. That is a good point. So the last time we tried to do this, everybody, um, we got a call, and for whatever reason, the calls did not come on air. I could hear the person calling, but Jeffrey could not. I have been working behind the scenes diligently to fix these things, and I think that I've done so. So if anybody's watching and you want to call us while we're live, you can call us 312-585-7280. After we are not live, however, you can call that same number and leave a message, and we will bring that on when we come back on the next show. So start leaving us voice messages. You all used to leave us a lot of voice messages, and you stopped. So let's get that resolved.
Oh yeah.
I do we have any news, any Tyler Perry news or anything to get to before we get into sisters?
No, no. I mean, no. I don't have any new news. No.
And what last week on Sisters, do you remember what happened? Because we're going to be watching episode 13. Do you remember what happened on the last one? I did actually see it, but it's interesting watching it without you. It's not quite the same for me, and so I'm trying to remember what went down.
I mean, not much. As you know, Karen, she had a meet and greet with both Aaron and
Yeah,
Zach,
that.
which I thought was goofy, and I said that to the people who were chewing my behind up, saying I said that Karen was goofy for doing that.
Good for you.
She should have just did that over the phone. But but like I keep telling people, in the moment, it could go either way with me. And so I'm not gonna pick a side just to pick a side, but that's neither here nor there. She was, she should have just did that over the phone. She made it like a big thing. It happened. They both came to the house, and she gave the news. What I didn't like was once again Fatima walks in that house, which
Fatima
annoyed
should
the
stay
heck
home.
out of me. It annoyed the heck out of me. It's Fidel. I know you would agree, which I hope you would, that we already know what the tone is going to be if she shows up at this girl's house unannounced. We already know. So why would you even want to go?
Well,
Why would you want to go?
she's a woman. She needs to assert herself. She needs to
No,
to
but okay, but aside from her being a woman and you being totally I'm not even gonna comment on that because nobody says nothing when you say stuff like that. But
Uh-huh.
we know that all the ingredients for chaos was there for her to. And my biggest upset with Fatima when she goes to the girl's house, she doesn't even say, "Hey," she just slid inside her house. You know, can you agree that that's wrong?
She
Once
does.
again,
She could show a little bit more respect when she goes into the woman's house. I agree with you on that.
even as you say, "Hey," because like it was kind of like a smile, like Zach was just like, "All right, she's coming in there," and it was just kind of like, "Come on, come on, get over it." But anyway, but so that was basically the show. We see Jordan. Uh, he went to the. It was a lot with Jordan. He ticked me off. I would have to rewatch it because he really ticked me off. It's just like he's just so I don't know, like a simp to me. He has all of this info. He has all of this information about Andy. I mean, well, about uh the history with Gary and Andy, and I feel like he's just like, okay, whatever. And then he gets more information that she was holding information about Penelope. In my mind, you would blow up, right? You'd be like, this relationship is over. I can't
Mhm.
trust you. You know what I mean? You're telling me that Gary is he could potentially be a murderer, and you didn't tell me? What? Does that make sense?
No, it
Hmm.
doesn't.
I don't know. But yeah, it was a very good episode. I can't think of all the key points. I mean, there was a scene with Maurice which annoyed me. That
Yes.
his whole scene in the bank once again
Once again,
acting a
he
fool at the bank.
got his job back, and he's doing everything necessary to
But
lose it immediately.
n- no, but he wasn't even that bad back in the day. It's like in that now. Keep in mind now he does have a nemesis now. This woman. I guess she's gonna be a regular, but she was kind of like antagonizing him, which she was. But he's just annoying.
He
He's
stole her
annoying.
stuff. Then he stole something of hers.
He did. He
Yeah.
did. He did. He stole her drink and lied about it.
Yeah.
And Sabrina's just like, okay, okay. I mean, she has to know that makes her look bad, but whatever.
All right. Well, we are gonna get started on this, and and I guess at the very beginning, it always tells us what we missed out on anyway. So what is this? This is This is Sisters. The actual screen is behind me, even though I'll be watching it on the screen in front of us. That's why I keep looking around. There's nobody coming up behind me, people. I'm looking at a different screen back here. Season 7, episode 13. Ready?
I'm ready.
Baby, I need you to go home.
What?
Pause it.
That makes no sense at all.
So even if uh let's just say Jordan had the option of going in there if he wanted to,
Mm.
why would Andy say, "Oh, go on home," unless there's information she doesn't want him hearing.
That would
There,
be
there,
my
she's
very first thought. Like, wait a minute. You want me to?
right.
You don't not only not want me in a room. You want me to leave the building. What are you about to say?
Exactly. Exactly. So how simple? How simple is he? I mean, now do I blame Jordan for this? No. Do I blame the person who wrote it for him to say this foolishness? I blame the writer.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
can't.
I
We
I, I
can't even
blame
blame
Joe.
Tyler. We can't even blame Tyler anymore.
Yeah, I mean, can I blame the way that he conveyed the storyline? Maybe.
Yeah,
But
he's
I'm
not
I'm
good at.
gonna I'm going I'm gonna blame this writer, and I'm gonna post his big face up here later on. But
Yeah, he's
yeah, the
who's a
obvious. Go
who's a
ahead.
better actor, him or Paul?
Oh, Paul.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and Paul was. You know what? I gave Paul a lot of crap. He was.
Yes, you did.
I gave Paul a lot of crap, but he was a better actor to me. You know. But yeah, go ahead. That's all I had to say. Oh Lord.
So you're about to, that's his sister. Hopefully you would follow somebody for your sister, right?
No, that's not the point. The point is it shouldn't he shouldn't have to be searching for information like this because Andy is holding out. She's
Yeah,
holding
he
out
still
so
don't have
much
any
information that
idea. He still don't have any idea. That scene was written so terribly. He basically left the police station not knowing anything. Like he thought his sister was missing. Clearly, there's information to be had all the way around, and then he just walks out. Like somebody gonna tell
listen,
me something.
like somebody had to even remind me that um when they were having like that barbecue, I believe he already found out that Andy and Gary had a history, right? And I totally forgot about it because he always acts so clueless that I forgot about that scene. Like I swear he just acts clueless, like he has no idea who Gary is. Well, he doesn't really know him,
Right.
but you know, Andy's just keeping so many secrets, and he's just giving her a pass.
Yeah.
She's getting a big pass.
Yeah.
You still got 3 kids.
Who got 3 kids?
Zach,
Pause
the
it.
twins are a package deal.
Okay, I feel like Fatima is putting a little too much more on his plate than it has to be. She's saying that you got 3 kids. Okay, yes, two children popped out of her at the same time, regardless if it was 9 months later or they are twins. Yes, technically, but don't ask him to. She's essentially asking him to have a trust fund for both children. But you know what I mean? And keep in mind now, this is a conversation between them. It's okay to have a conversation in that household between them because you would never say that to the twins. Of course not. And I don't think Zach ever planned on treating them differently. But what he said was not wrong. What he said was not wrong. So she wants him to have a trust for both children. Now, if she wants to say, Zach, oh, I'll put up the money and match with you, she can say that. But she wants him to put up his money for both children. I don't agree with that. Yeah, will they be raised together? Of course, and that's going to happen organically. But do you think she's right by saying that? Oh, you have 3 kids,
Well, yes, but
but
the
you
money
knew
part.
what she meant. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm not.
Well, I don't know.
Yes, they are together.
When you start talking about the money, that does my brain does go in a different direction. Like, whoa, wait a minute. Like set up a trust fund. I don't. This is a crazy ass situation, and I pray that hardly anybody is in this situation because I know what I would do. But I think that what would do would be the same thing that most people would do. You get twins, and they really do need to be raised together. One of the things that's going to be really messed up is to have twins and then just come get one. Like that's going to be
No,
oh.
but
I
my thing
don't know
is
if, go ahead.
he he never said that, and I think people put so much emphasis on that. Yes, Zach does not know how to talk, but I guarantee you he would have no problem picking up both the twins,
Why do you think?
both the twins, huh?
Why do you think that? Like Zach seems so irrational to me that I can just see him saying, "I don't want nothing to do with that man's kid."
Money, no, money wise, he just mentioned having a trust for both
So
kids.
we're talking about money
That's
in this particular conversation.
but that's what she just brought up,
I'm just
and
asking. I'm just
that
saying.
is huge.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're talking about the cash.
Talking about the cash.
Okay. All right. Yeah, my position changes. Cash. Yeah, you take care of your kid.
And even even if someone's going to say, well, Zach's going to have money for his. Aaron has plenty of money, so you don't even have to worry about that because Aaron has plenty of money. Aaron is he's a cool, bubbly guy, so he wouldn't mind taking both the kids. But I don't think it's going to come to that. I'm just saying Fatima was wrong by saying that you need to have a trust both children. Vicky says no, no, sir. I don't know if you agree with me or not, Vicky, but go ahead, sir. We can go back.
Yeah, this is a situation for sure that don't nobody need to be in. This is a crazy ass situation. I don't think that the human expression was made to have to deal with this crap. I don't think
Vicky, Vicky says what's going to be crazy is telling twins they have two different fathers.
it's going to
You
be
know
nuts.
what, Vicky? That wouldn't be any different from Karen getting pregnant by Zach 9 months later.
No, you're
I don't
not.
think that's going to be a big. Say
That's
it
going to be
again.
a huge deal. You're insane.
Wait a minute. Telling your twins that they have two different fathers, that it's going to be insane if you prolong it. If you tell them while they're young, they're going to be fine
Anything
with it.
you tell a child while they're young doesn't have any impact while they're young. It will have an impact later on when they get out and realize how freaking abnormal and crazy this is. And when they get in school and they end up having, it ends up just coming up in discussion.
What? Do you remember having a discussion like that when you were in school?
I didn't
How
have
many?
to. I
How
didn't have
many of
to have a
your friends?
twin.
How many of your? Okay, but how many of
No,
your friends
you're
have
not
different
thinking right.
daddies?
You're not thinking rationally.
No, how many?
You
I
got a
am
set of
thinking
twins.
rationally.
You got a set of twins sitting there. They go to the same school. They might not be in the same class, but during lunch or playground or whatever, they're next to each other, and they're just like, "Oh, well, my daddy did this," and then somebody says, "Oh, wow," to the other one. So your daddy's coming. You're going with your daddy today? Oh, no, no, no. His daddy isn't
Yeah.
my daddy. My daddy's a different daddy. What? Can you
No,
imagine that?
no, no. So they don't have two. So people can't have two fathers. According to you, backwoods Daryl.
Yeah.
Oh, that don't make no sense having two daddies.
I didn't
That
say
don't
it
make.
didn't
It's
make
only a
sense. I
matter
said the
of okay, but
perception.
I'm telling you, two fathers. They can have two fathers, right or wrong.
But that wouldn't even be what they were saying. It's not. They're not saying we
Oh, no,
got two
it doesn't
fathers.
matter.
They're not
I don't
saying
care
we got
what
two
you're saying.
fathers.
I'm saying that.
They're saying
But
my father is different from his father, and everybody knows we're twins. And now everybody got to sit back and make this make sense.
no, they don't.
Yes,
I
they
have
do.
two fathers.
No,
I have
but
two
that's
fathers.
not the way it's
You
going to
make it more
happen.
complicated.
That's not the way
You
it's going
making
to
it
happen.
more complicated. You making it more complicated.
Because it is more
Okay?
complicated than that. And, and,
No,
and, and
no.
even and even the two fathers thing. Now, by the time these kids get to the playground, the fathers thing will be more normalized. I mean, it's normalized now. So by that time, and they're in Atlanta, so it's really no big deal. But I tell you what ain't normal in Atlanta: twins having two different fathers. That ain't normal any place on the planet right now. And it's not going to be normal when those kids get six.
I don't think it's gonna be a big deal, but okay.
You crazy.
Gates, what is that?
A super fecundation. This is how this shit happened. How this girl got pregnant by. Do you even
Pause
know
it.
the percentage of her getting
Oh, she was doing some investigation. Go ahead, Fatima.
Okay. Okay, but obviously she Googled it. She didn't have to grab an encyclopedia or something like that, like back in the day. Why so she's saying that she's not upset, but clearly she is upset. This would be the time to talk about this. Can you agree?
Yeah.
This would be in the house. I don't not talking to messy Andy who has her own set of problems. Not talking to Danny. Now's the time to talk with her soon to be husband Zach and nobody else. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
So what is she upset about? I'm assuming that she's upset about Karen being pregnant, but she already knew Karen was pregnant, but now she's upset that Karen has this set of twins that is so unnatural, I guess, or rare, I should
There's just
say.
a lot going on
Why
and
is
absorbing it all. And
no no
she
no 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 no
flow.
but why is she upset about it? Why is she up all night on the computer researching this? That's what I need to understand.
You can't get inside of Fatima's head and tell her how
Oh
she's
my
supposed to
god.
feel.
So okay, so Vicky, that means he's not going to give an answer
Vicky, do us a
That's
favor.
what it means.
Can you call in 312-585-7280 and let us know how you're feeling about this? Because Vicky seems to be she got some real strong opinions, and I can't tell if she's on my side or yours. So I need for you to call in, Vicky, so I can figure out whether or not we need to ban you. Because if you're on my side, you're all good. Just so you know.
I would never ban you, Vicky, right? Even if you don't agree with me. But what I'm saying is, why is she upset? And if she is upset, now would be the time to talk about it. Not later, not at work, not with Danny, now.
Vicky, 312-585-7280. If you could please let us be honored to hear your vocal voice on this, I would appreciate it. Yeah, I guess it would be and good if we could, get her in there right now. But we'll see. Vicky, is that you?
It's me, honey.
Oh Lord.
All right, can you hear her, Jeff?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. I
Yes.
was fix our audio problems. Tell us, are we just going to shut up for a second because Jeff is talking nonsense? I'm going to let you just put Jeff in his place and tell us what you think.
Okay. First of all, twins usually have the same father. It's gonna be
right.
crazy. Yeah, see, I was agreeing with you, sir.
Thank you.
Twins have the same father. They don't have two different fathers for twins that's coming out of the same place at the same time.
Right.
For one thing. Second thing, Zach. Anybody would be aggravated with Zach because he just as crazy as he wants to be.
Yes.
So Fatima is frustrated right now.
Yes.
And really, Zach should not be taking care of no two babies. So she's talking foolish. Zach needs to take care of his own baby. First of all, I don't even think it's gonna be like that anyway. But anyway, you know how Tyler Perry is. Zach should take care of his own baby. And what's his face take care of his own baby. Zach should not be setting up no trust fund for no two babies.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That is wild right there.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, but we don't even know how that's going to end up anyway. But, yeah, because I watch all his shows, honey. I'm up on all of them.
I gave you my opinion, and I'm not going to sway it, just like I'm not going to ask you to sway your.
Wouldn't you be curious?
Huh?
How did
I'm saying,
how did twins get two different fathers? You wouldn't be curious?
But Vicky, the question was childhood children in elementary, middle school. I wasn't that deep. I doubt you were that deep. So that's why I'm saying they would not care. That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Yeah, kids are ruthless. I don't know what kind of kids you grew up with.
I know these kids are ruthless.
They are terrible.
These kids are ruthless.
That's right.
So, and they're gonna pick, and they're gonna say things. Yeah, these kids are ruthless these days. You might not have cared back then, but yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Now we got to set up the band. Okay, set up the band button.
No, absolutely not. She will never be banned. Absolutely not. What's wrong?
Hell no. There's nothing I need to co-parent with him about.
If you say so, Zach.
I say so.
Yeah, you want this to be so simple, but it's not. Look, I've said this before, but
No way you don't think Zach's being irrational, right? I mean, he got a little time to figure this out and work this out, but that is an irrational ass statement he just made, right?
You asking my opinion?
Yes.
I'm saying Fatima's just throwing a lot at him, and that's
I agree.
what.
I agree.
Yeah, what's your, you need to talk. You need to talk to Aaron. Like what? For
Okay,
what?
no,
At this point, no. At this point, for what? For co-parent? Yeah, Jesus. And yes,
his
Zach
stance is against Aaron is so strong, so ridiculous that at some point he got to come off of that.
Well, yeah, but my thing is, it has to happen organically. How would it sound if I'm telling you, oh, you need to do this with this person? You're gonna be like, that's gonna make him put up his guard even more. It needs to happen organically, and I
Yeah, but
guarantee you, it's going to
sometimes
happen.
you do have to push a situation when the inevitable is coming. The children are coming in a finite amount of time. When we look at Karen, they're coming in the next couple of months. And with if
That's
you don't start working it out prior to that with everybody involved, Fatima and Karen got to work some stuff out. You know, like if you don't make a plan to start doing that, then it gets harder when you have to do it. Somebody's got to
I
say it.
get you. I get you talking, working out a plan, but I take pause. I take pause in taking advice from Fatima because she's right now she's talking upset, and I don't even know why she's upset. So how can I trust what she's saying if she's not even gonna talk to me?
Hey.
No, you don't.
No, I hear you. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I still think that this needs to happen. It needs to happen fast. When I look at how pregnant Karen is, this needs to happen fast. Otherwise, it's just going to be way, way worse when the actual babies get here, and they'll be here soon.
I agree. With two fathers.
Yes.
Take it one step at a time.
Wait, are you okay?
Hell no, I'm not okay.
What happened?
You mean that Karen didn't tell you how she achieved something more rare than winning the lottery?
Pause it.
I knew you
Pause
were
it.
about to. Now here you
Pause
go.
it.
Here you.
But we just talked about this. I just talked about this. I had this written down because I can foresee it. Why are we talking about this mess now? It should have ended at the house. Can you agree on that?
No. Andy asked her what's
Oh,
wrong.
so you can't. She said nothing was wrong. So the answer should have been what?
Who said nothing was
Oh,
wrong?
oh, you cooking up to don't freaking play with me. Fatima said that there was nothing wrong with Zach, her freaking fiance in the house that they live together in and cohabitat. She said that I am fine. But when Andy, messy Andy,
Her boss.
whose life is in shambles, whose life is in shambles, oh, from 9 to 5, when her life is in
Yeah, right.
shambles, now she's spilling the beans.
Yeah. Yeah. Andy
The
asked her
conversation.
what's wrong, and she's answering her.
You're gonna act like you don't know what I'm talking about. Keep it up. Keep it up. Zach asked her the same freaking question, dizzy, but she said, I am fine. But
Mhm.
now she's not fine.
Well,
So
Zach
what
knew
is
she
the
wasn't fine.
difference?
Zach knew she wasn't fine. I knew she wasn't fine. You knew she wasn't fine. We could all tell she wasn't fine. She just didn't. She wasn't going to talk about it. What? Why? Why was she going to sit there and talk about it? She was just dealing with it. But
Oh, I
now,
forgot. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. I'd rather clock in and eat up the clock and talk about my problems. I forgot. That makes perfect sense. Let
no,
me eat up the clock and talk about my
the
problems.
boss demanded to know what the problem
Oh,
was.
she did. Oh, she
Yeah,
did. I
absolutely.
can't even have a conversation with you. I can't even have a conversation with you because you're gonna dodge my questions left or right. You know exactly what I'm talking
Not
about.
watching the same show I'm watching.
Okay.
What happened?
I could write a thesis on it at this
Okay.
point.
Okay. I would take you up on that offer, but right now I have so much in my head I can't even comprehend if I wanted to.
Let me ask you a question, Jeff.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
I'm trying to go back and remember something. So Zach took the DNA test and he came back to be the father of one of the babies. But I remember Aaron took the DNA test and he came back to not be the father of what was thought at that point was one baby, right?
I guess. Yeah.
So now, are we just doing process of elimination and saying, oh, Zach is the father of one of the babies, so that must have been the DNA match that they did, and so by default, Aaron must be the father of the other baby? Because I don't recall another test being done to determine positive paternity for Aaron on either of the babies. Do you?
I don't. I don't.
This ain't gonna be Aaron's baby. This is still gonna be
Rico.
Rico's baby. Watch.
Hmm.
This is not going to be Aaron's baby. This is. Oh man, because there is no positive. I mean, for the longest time, we were all caught up in, well, the baby's Zach's. You know, people were saying the baby was Zach because it came out to not be Aaron's baby, and then find out that there's twins. And so, yeah, unless I missed something where they went back and tested Aaron against the other baby, because I remember. I mean, all I remember them saying is, yes, Zach is the father of one of the babies. I still don't think we've determined paternity on the other baby, and Rico ain't rich. So, well, damn,
Well,
that other child is gonna have a hard way to go to see his rich little brother or sister.
well, I would say Aaron, he does, it seems like he doesn't care. I think he would step up anyway, which kind of sucks, but I think he would want to take care of the twins anyway, even if it wasn't his. He just seems like that type to
But
me.
do you think he would want to? Is that so he can be closer to Karen? Do you think that he would completely step up, knowing he's not the father, step up and take care of him with no relationship, while Karen now goes off with this new guy who owns the delivery service?
I don't know. And funny enough, even though Aaron's been around quite some time, I feel like I really don't know anything about him.
No, we don't know
Even
that.
though he's been around a long time, but he's still such a mystery. Um, Vicky says, when I made the comment about Fatima not talking with Zach, she doesn't want to talk to Zach because it would be a mess. Okay, but to that, Vicky, you do know Andy's a mess right now. Andy's a mess, could possibly go to jail, covering secrets, has a relationship that's about to be in shambles, right? Isn't Andy a mess right now?
And he's a total mess.
Is that is Andy in any, you know, who is she to be giving out advice? I don't know. I'm just saying. I stand for. Do you agree with me that Fatima should have been talking with Zach at the house before anybody else?
What do you mean?
Freaking what I just
I
said.
don't understand your question.
But
Ask it differently,
but
please.
but Tima should have been talking with Zach before talking with Andy. When Zach asked, "What's wrong with you?" and she said nothing, but she has loose lips with
Sure.
Andy.
In the best scenario, yes, that's just not the way real life works. It never works out that way. It just doesn't.
Hmm.
If it doesn't work out, yo, it just doesn't. It wasn't meant to be, it just wasn't.
Okay.
We're not together, all right? I am just here for the twins. That's it.
Come on, that's bullshit, bro. You couldn't wait to just come in here and just save her. That's what you always do, but that's fine. If that's what you want
Oh,
to
is
do,
it?
do it. I'm cool with it. But this time,
Do you see in right now, Zach? He's getting agitated, but you know when he's agitated, he speaks his truth.
Yeah.
Do you find did you see anything wrong with what he just said?
What do you mean? What he just said? Like he was. Oh,
Well, okay, so what when he was rambling, he was talking about what Karen needed, but like he shouldn't care either way, right? So I feel like Zach needs to kind of back off. Now it's just him and Aaron talking. There's nobody around. When he talks, he's just like, well, Karen doesn't need that. Like if I'm talking to you about uh a baby mama, and I'm like, well, Daryl, she doesn't need that. She does. It kind of comes off as me, kind of like, am I still thinking about this person
oh,
in the back of my
absolutely.
mind?
His whole
Right. So what?
posture,
Like,
his whole posture towards Aaron screams that, because he's got no reason to
right,
dislike Aaron, none, especially as much as he does.
right, right. And I get it. Like, Aaron kind of he kind of rub people the wrong way initially, I believe, but now Zach's just talking foolishness. He just like, okay, she doesn't need that. She doesn't need anybody saving her. And it's coming off like, yeah, Zach, he needs to slow it up because you wouldn't want to he wouldn't be able to talk like that in front of Fatima. or anybody, because it comes off a certain way.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Just grab your nuts a little
The
bit.
first thing that came to my head was the game, and I told her to ask you.
Your first thought was to tell a minor to ask her dad about a sex game. What if she took those handcuffs to school and asked some kid to play with her?
Pause it. Not once do I recall Danny saying sex game or anything. She said that there were cuffs. She didn't say what they were for. Yes, could the child maybe assume what they were for? I don't know, but I don't even have to get into that. Is he really gonna get mad at Danny for not being a
Perfect.
parental
Yeah,
figure?
right. The perfect babysitter. She didn't want to do
Is
that
he
in the
really?
first place. If I ever do something that I don't want to do for somebody and they ever come back at me with that kind of attitude about any aspect of it that they think I got wrong, not only will I never do anything for them again, but our friendship might be done or whatever the hell it is we got. You come at me like that, nuts.
Last minute. My thing is, he knew who Danny was even
Yeah.
before they met. If you recall, he used to sit in his van. He heard how outlandish she was. He heard
Yep.
that she had a loud mouth. Obviously, he liked it.
Yep.
He was there. He was there when she was still with Preston and slid in. So come
Yep.
on, you know what type of person she is. Get out of here with that.
You knew
Oh,
exactly
how
what you
dare
was
you
getting
not
yourself into.
be Oh, how dare you not be the perfect Mrs. McPhee or nanny or whatever you want to call it? Like, get out of here. That's just, but once again, do I blame him or do I blame the jerk who wrote him the scene to say that? I don't know. Vicky says, now Danny is the real one. Uh, Vicky also says she actually said they were for a game in her daddy plays. Yeah, maybe she did say that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care what she said. He tripping. She could have said what they were. She could have called them sex toys. I wouldn't
Yeah,
care.
It's ridiculous.
yeah.
Doing you a favor, last minute, no time to prepare,
I
and
wasn't
blame
arguing
me
with you.
for your child not knowing how to act in somebody else's house. And don't slam my door!
Is tonight the night that the dude's gonna come back?
Who?
The dude who just disappeared after she beat him half to death from last season. He just unexpectedly
The,
disappeared.
you talking about the dude that she had a thing with in the airport? The crazy guy? What you talking
Is that
about?
the same guy who she had to run out of? No, that dude worked for the government. The dude who she ran over with a car.
Right. That's yeah.
That
He was
same guy.
crazy. Like they had sex and she hit her and she ran him over the car. That
Okay.
person, right?
Yeah, that's the same guy who was the government, who was the police officer.
No, those are two different people.
Okay, all right, yes. Well, then yes, correct.
Yeah, those two different
Tonight,
people.
I'm saying that now in her most vulnerable position, are they going to bring him back in here tonight? Is what I'm wondering.
I wouldn't. No, that wouldn't make no sense. But Tony, that's his name, right? The guy who just left. I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
his name. Whatever. Um, he can go. He needs
Yeah,
to go. He can go on, bruh. I wouldn't even want to see him
I
on,
don't want to.
bruh.
I don't want to see him on, bro.
Um, that scene
He can
annoyed
go to
me.
ruthless. He can go to ruthless.
I know, because he's gonna make it corny. Because his acting it gave me that whole scene gave me TBS vibes, bounce. You know, ugh. I wanted you to be better. Ugh. Mm-mm. I didn't like it. That
Yeah.
made no sense. Vicky says, no, the one who beat her up. Yeah, the one who beat her up was the if I'm not mistaken, Vicky, the guy who was in the airport. He was sitting in the airport and he was actually with his ex-wife, I believe, and kids, but him and the ex weren't together.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
that's
You're
what we're
correct.
talking about.
You're
Yeah,
correct.
that last scene was. Can I ask something? What does Tony have that Preston didn't have?
I don't know.
No, just a question. I don't know because I thought that Danny just didn't want to be in a relationship. Okay,
She
but
she
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 jumps right into
clearly,
another one.
yeah, she clearly didn't want to be in one with him. Preston, I'm talking about.
I'm just saying. Yeah. So what did Preston not have that Tony does have? And Preston didn't have no kids.
Yeah,
So just
yeah.
and Tony don't look. He don't look like he don't cook nothing. You know. He I don't know. It's just an observation. That's all I got.
Oh, my girl fixing her man some food.
Pause it. Pause it, baby.
Got to say what you got to say about
I
this?
don't, no, I'm just saying she could. But do you see a pot or a pan
She
anywhere? And
that part. She's finished with
that
that part.
apron is that apron is mighty clean. I don't see no flour. I don't see no sauce.
See, she's putting on the
What
salt.
a pot? Where are the pots and pans?
They're right over there, Jeff. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So why is the apron clean?
Because she's a very neat cook.
Okay,
Very
so I
neat.
guess the Uber Eats bag she threw in the garbage, I guess, and just put some salt and pepper.
On my exam for law school.
I called y'all here today to ask if you would turn my baby shower.
Oh,
No. Baby shower. Baby will be born this season. I'm telling you. It's all coming to
I'm
it.
here for this.
Yeah, this is cool.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Nice episode.
I I like the fact that Jordan kind of said, do you know where my sister is? And it's like I don't know. He was like, oh, do you? So we getting into it now. He's asking some of these hard questions because
Yeah.
before he was just like pussyfooting. Now
Yep.
that like come
Way
on
too
now,
much. Yeah.
she's got to let yeah get out of here.
Yep.
I was here. I was here for Danny. Danny's scene how she kind of let Tony know like, listen, I didn't ask for this. Get out. It looks like he's sorry now. Apparently, he's apologizing. So
Yeah.
maybe he's seen the error of his ways.
Yeah.
I don't know his personality. I don't know what to make of. First off, you don't date coworkers anyway, but I think some of his personality, I don't think it's gonna mesh with Danny. I don't think.
Yeah. Well, he that attitude of his was nuts. Is it
Hmm.
worth ending the relationship over? Maybe not. I mean, I understand the concept of being irrational about your kids, but he was very much irrational in that moment. Damn, was he irrational?
You're right. So now if I'm Danny, I'm gonna feel like I gotta walk on eggshells now.
Yeah.
Because you flipped out over something that wasn't even my fault. So heaven forbid you ask me to pick up some Taco Bell for them on the way and I forget to add some cheese, you're
Yeah.
gonna go off on me again.
Absolutely.
You know? So
This is the
no.
truth.
Vicky says, come on now. Why we gotta be sloppy, dirty, nasty, cook? Shake my head. We clean as we go.
That's right. That's right. She talking to you.
I know, I remember. I just was trying to see if I could push it on you, but I couldn't.
No, no
Um,
way.
Danny, Danny don't mess with anybody. Shake my head. Oh, mesh with anybody. I kind of agree, but I wouldn't
Danny's
mesh with that either. I
personality
don't
is
blame.
absolutely despicable. But in this case, this will be one of the only times I ever took up for.
Mm-hmm. 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 True.
Yeah.
True. What you think of the episode? I think it was solid. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I give it a 7
It
out of
kept
10.
me entertained.
I give it a nice
Yeah,
7. Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
concur. 7 out of
Bullet,
10.
is doing this thing. I'm looking forward to next week. For those of you who will see this later, call our hotline 312-585-7280. Call when we're off the air and leave a voice message so we can play that the next time we're on the air.
Oh yeah.
And thank you for our one caller. We really appreciate you.
Oh yeah. I hope to see you again. Vicky says I really enjoyed y'all. Invite me next time. Okay.
Yes. Well, you are invited. Next time, what we'll do is we will post it earlier in the day because Facebook made some changes, and this is my first time broadcasting back into a group after they did their change, and so I had to figure out one way to do it. I'm seeing another way to do it. I'll probably test that before we go live so that I don't lose everything that way. But unless you have anything else, sir, I'm gonna say goodbye.
Laters.
All right.